Hello, Rebel Gman Division 5G. Welcome to Week 5's recap. I actually looked it up to figure out what week we were on. It says right in front of me around 6 out of 9, so I should have known, but whatever. I am, of course, Full Metal, and I'm joined by Mcnugget.
Hello, 5G.
We got some results. Lots of 2-0s and a draw. This week. But lots of 2-0s.
Yeah.
That does actually mean that only 4 out of the 10 teams in the division actually scored touchdowns this week. That's an interesting fact.
It's definitely a fact. But yeah, Disuko Dragons picking up a draw 0-0 against the Blazing Whiskers. We did think that was going to be quite a tight game. The Underworld versus the Elves, lack of tackle versus lack of elves.
Yeah, it tends to be the case, right?
Yeah.
2-0, stuff from my fridge over Gut and Run. I think that was a little bit of a surprise for us.
Yeah, stuff from my fridge. Well, it's first season Nurgle, so I'll say any win for first season Nurgle is a bonus.
Yes, I do believe, from what Ginger Wolf was saying, he has now stuffed 2 rats in his fridge as well. It's getting kind of full in there.
It's getting a bit. Well, when Ginger Wolf behaves and does what he's meant to do, we'll then give him credit, and that is a reference to something we'll cover in a few moments.
Yes, I think everybody who's paid attention will know what's happened there, and shame. Ring the shame bell.
Yes.
Shame.
Yes. Instead of getting your Scottish translator, get the shame translator. And then Sacrifice the Ninth, carrying on that brutal destruction of the division to go 5-0.
I am so impressed by this Lizard team.
Yes.
They're doing so well. It's big credit to Demu and Nickel coming through with so many wins so early. Really setting himself up as the one to watch for this div. Jar, you see me taking a 2-0 win? Now, partially that was because Leganadilia Agapito's laptop or PC or whatever kind of blew up a little bit.
Yeah. We did see that happening.
It really blew up by all accounts. It's just my screen's black. I can't see. He actually sent us a video of what he was encountering, and it was just like, yeah, that's rough, mate.
People, this is the new standard we will hold you to. If your computer's not working, we want video evidence.
If your computer's on fire, don't try and put it out. Video you putting it out.
Yes.
Anything less will not be accepted. I might be joking. Not joking.
I'm not. And then Tyrion's trial by
I do hope
combat.
it gets fixed as soon as possible, by the way.
We do indeed. We do. And then Gremzilla winning 2-0 with Tyrion's trial by combat.
Everyone must be like, who the hell is Gremzilla?
Yeah, well, send them the link to last season's recaps.
Who is this guy they keep talking about? Why is he relevant?
Yes, well, he's still more relevant than who that coach is.
He's trying to make himself relevant this season.
I say that as I am also sharing a room with him at the Blood Bowl World Cup.
Ooh.
So I may have to be nice at some point.
Cozy.
Yes. Well,
right.
He's really going to have a good time if he keeps winning.
Yeah, let's have a quick look at the
team with the leaderboard.
Adding more insults to his team. It's so good.
Oh, I did. I told him to do that.
Yeah.
He went to me.
I hate you, Metal, and he's all got Metal as a womble. I love that.
Yeah.
I don't remember me being a character in Game of Thrones. I know I've got a beard that would fit, that kind of fantasy world. But I mean,
yeah. The problem was he named the player before I told him what he really should name the player.
You know what the real problem is? It's a dwarf team after 5 games.
They've got no levels.
With 4 levels. What are you doing?
One of them is Fend. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad choice, but I may have taken kick-off return. Or
I may have taken kick-off return before Fend. Yeah. No, it's a team.
Also, Brandstart certainly fended his way out that window.
Yeah.
Oh wait, spoilers, season 1 spoilers.
The Rot Fiends, they're a bit... Right, stuff from my fridge is getting, as we said, stuffed. The Rot Fiends are going the other way. They're getting smaller.
They are, but they seem to be merging into super players. So, Slanagor is just, eating the rest of the players and becoming stronger.
More and more bulky.
It's the story of the Highlander. There can be only one.
But right, this is the argument I'm going to make. When the Nurgle team in your division has more level ups than your team, that's a sign that you're playing dwarves wrong.
Yes. It really is. But no.
Keep it up
We're
to
going to
picks,
see,
right?
we're going to see this comment a few times. Like, even
It
when the
gets-
Lizards Man team in your division has more
No,
levels.
God, but seriously, Tim picks, right? I know it's a bit rough to start with. Nurgle are a rough team.
Stick with
them.
Stick with it.
They get better. I promise you, they get better.
Indeed.
It's just really sucky at the beginning.
It really is. Up next is Zinj
Still
and
his
his
team, you know.
Brilliant team.
That's a new tree, right?
Yeah, because the last one died, remember?
Mhm.
Last time, the last game. So we now have Morgan Freeman.
That's a good name. That's
Yes.
a good name.
Um,
2 rerolls. It's just this is kind of I don't know if I like the block lineman. I'd be being utterly frank. Right, I much prefer dodge first on Wood Elf lineman.
I like Dodge first as well, but you and me both know Zinj is quite a bashy coach.
Yeah, but you played Chaos last season. So.
He did, yeah. Well, for a lot of seasons. R.I.P. Unf, the worst Chaos
the
man
best,
on the
worst
world.
Minotaur in the universe, right?
Yeah, the greatest. I think, what was he, 1 SBP away from Legend?
He was about 5, I think.
5
when he
SBP
died,
away
yeah.
from Legend.
Like an
then he
MVP.
I mean, all that works, Zinj. Anyway, so I think block's not terrible. Cause, I mean, dodge, yes, if you are going down the pure agility route, but block does give you a bit more survivability.
But even block should be wrestle. Like, there's no wrestle. This is a problem, right? When you're playing a Wood Elf team and you have 0 wrestle, that's a problem to me.
It is, but bear in mind, a lot of his team is just like that Kaz or MVP away
Dryad
from
Reynolds
as well.
needs a vanity pass. There's a
Get the
vanity pass.
pentagram out. Get the
It's
pentagram.
so easy. It's just pick it up
No.
and chuck it to Lawrence Fishburne.
No. Michael Caine needs to pick up and throw it to Dryad Reynolds, who needs to then throw it to... No, Michael Caine throws it to Astrai Miller, who throws it to Dryad Reynolds, who throws it back, and Miller scores. 3 players levelled.
Well, no, because Michael Caine won level from
He'll
13 out of 16.
He'll touchdown second half.
Okay, I accept that. Right. Sacrifice the 9th are still not very leveled because they're still lizards.
Yet more levelled than the dwarfs.
Mamba Herd is dead. But she's dead.
Yeah.
You,
We
she's
could do with dropping one of these
0 out of
skinks.
6 skink with minus move is also known as fired.
Yes.
I don't feel like I super need to tell Demure Nickel what to do because he's doing it really well.
Yes.
But
And this is
seriously,
all before these Saurus get block.
Yeah,
You
when,
know?
when this team, like 5 out of 6, 5 out of 6, 4 out of 6, when they pop, they're going to not stop.
They're like the Pringles.
Right. So I don't overly feel like we need to tell him what to do. And also, his team hasn't changed since the last time we talked about it.
No.
I don't know if this team really has it lost a Storm Vermin. We've lost a Storm Vermin, haven't we?
We have lost a Storm Vermin.
But he's got cash in pocket, so I really feel like Pachulo, you do hire that Storm Vermin back because they're just too good to not have on your team. Like
Yes.
block and AV8 gives you so much, like staggering amounts of reliability.
Yes, and also you need to start getting them to Mighty Blow and stuff. You need to start getting SPP on your Storm Vermin.
It's hard
It
to
does
do.
look like the
It can be
linemen
hard
have
to
picked
do.
up a lot of MVPs because I'm guessing the 2 5 out of 6ers are both MVPs.
Yeah, especially
But-
with one of them being an Agi Busters.
Yeah.
Suck.
Gutter runners will take care of themselves. You can double vanity pass with Leaker Mute Squeak to get him a level, but try and get some touchdowns on your Storm Vermin.
If you can.
And,
Try and, but with only one of them, this is why you need this is my argument for why you need a second one ASAP. Because at the moment, Tuyuk is going to be blitzing every turn, which means that he's not likely to be in a position where you can like cage him up with gut runners and then do a safe handoff. Whereas with a second one, you can have one blitz every turn and have the other one accompany your gut runners for the safe handoff to score.
Exactly.
I don't feel it overly necessary to force SPP onto gut runners. They're really good at hogging it by themselves.
Yeah, because they will recover the ball when you sack it. They will score. They will one turn. You need to be focusing on at least to get them to Mighty Blow on Storm Vermin.
Yeah, then they start becoming quite self-reliant and you can move forward.
And whilst one's blitzing with Mighty Blow, you can be handing off to the other to level it and vice versa. And then up next is another... I say this every week, Metal. What is it with these underworld coaches?
you know what? They just see the big green number and go, ooh, big green number. The only big green number worth talking about on Skaven Blitzers, in my mind, is plus strength.
Even then, I don't know if I would take it if I didn't already have a killer.
I don't know if I'd take it because you get horns on normals.
Yes, and that's just as good and a fifth of the price. Am I right? Is it? No.
No, it's
strength 50k.
It's 2.5.
Yeah.
Times more expensive to take the plus strength.
Than horns, yes.
But I mean, plus strength and horns.
Movement's nice. I would have loved to see it on any of the other positionals.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that being Mighty Blow would have been better for the team. But if it works for him, it works for him.
It does indeed, yes. Just get some Claw Mighty Blow, god damn it!
Just Stuco Dragons. I feel like every single time we come and look at this team, there's less of them. And Popov still doesn't have that Vanity Pass, and the thrower's dead.
Yeah.
But he isn't dead because we can't afford to hire him.
Can't afford to hire him, yeah.
So actually, you're just going to have to keep him even further back than a high elf thrower's normally far back. But you can't do the whole 1 SPP Vanity Pass into leader because you can't realistically put your leader on an AV7 player.
No. I mean, you could roll Fame and 6 on the winnings next game and buy a new one. But you could... Yeah. Ginger Wolf misbehaving badly and goes by now.
Oh, for God's sakes, boys. Well, at least they'll be short. Let's look at the Mosh Ninja, who's challenged us to find a new way to tell him he sucks. I don't think Mosh Ninja sucks. I just think he had. Right,
I spot it. He hasn't fired the AG3 yet for a loner.
Well, that he needs to do. Right, he needs to do that before his game. But I don't think Mosh Ninja's like, you all think I'm crap, and I'm like, I don't. Right, what I think has happened is
we don't.
Yeah, okay, well, I can only speak for myself, of course. That's your job.
That'll be a first mail.
Right. You took the riskiest Wood Elf. I would argue, probably one of the riskiest starting builds in the entire game for any team,
especially for a Eternal League. Which isn't CCL, where you can just go, I'll start a new team.
No, I love this build in CCL because it's like, my first game was awful. Well, I guess I'll just delete the team and restart. But you can't do that here.
However, you are motoring in the right direction.
The money, he's got 90k in the bank. That's a really good place to be.
10k away from the reroll. The War Dancers, do you know what I mean? They're going down the routes. Tackle and War Dancers, get some more levels on them.
Strip Ball on the other one would be perfect. Yeah, no, this is a team that's trending upwards.
Yes.
Especially, like I say, get this game out of the way, hopefully survive against the Chovs. If you can put a touchdown or two in on your second War Dancer getting leveled, amazing. If you can't, even just try for the Vanity Pass with the catcher into a level just to try and protect that leader behind something like Wrestle or Block.
Yeah, Block. I would like to see Block shoot purely because...
If you wrestle down, you'll get fouled.
Yeah.
But no, and 10k is guaranteed, so you're guaranteed a permanent reroll after this game, assuming nothing dies.
Ideally not the catcher with leader.
Or a War Dancer, to be fair.
Yeah.
You can actually do, if the catcher died and he bought a rostered reroll, I think he'd still be okay, because War Dancers in a pinch can be ridiculously good scoring threats for Wood Elves.
I would say don't be afraid to throw these linemen in front of the good positionals to keep them safe.
I mean, that's lineman's job.
Wood Elf players don't care about
the only lineman, the one lineman you care about, the kick
one. Yeah.
There's also a Vanity Pass
in front of a War Dancer to save it.
The only Vanity Pass he needs is Poisonwood Pond Castle, but he has mentioned that every single time he's been like, yes, I'll do this Vanity Pass and lark they keep talking about. It sounds like a great way to level my players. And then he rolls ones. And he hasn't got enough free rolls to spare. So yeah, it's more a case of just the risky start didn't really pay off quite like it has for Zinj. And I think that makes it a little bit harsher because they're both in the same div, so they're comparing against each other.
And I don't think that's fair because Zinj has been around, so as far as I'm aware, that Mosh Ninjas came through the Rebel.
Yeah, he came up for the Rookie League.
Zinj has been about for a long time. He is part of the furniture here.
But you know what? A couple of worse dice, and he'd be in your spot anyway.
And you know what I mean. You have faced different teams in the first half of the season. You know what I mean. He will have to face these teams that you faced in a stronger position.
Yeah, they'll be better off now because they've started to get that mighty blow in and stuff. And
Yeah.
he's still
And we've activated the dice hatch to kill Zinj.
Shall we look at the leaderboard real quick?
Let's do indeed.
Like we said, Demure Nickel rocking a 5-0-0. That's incredible. Like,
There it is.
and Zinj not far behind at 4-1-0. Hargrim
Zilla.
Hargrimzilla 4-0-1. How long before he has a player on his team called Hargrimzilla?
Well, if I have anything to do with it, not before he's got a player that says Metal loves Rattlegears.
But even Bigotillo's team, they've got a lot to prove today. This is one of the matches that they're playing against what is a natural target for.
I just hope that the PC's usable. Bigotillo's, of course, the coach that doesn't have a PC. Or a laptop, rather.
Well, if he's scheduling his game for today, I'm assuming it works.
Hopefully. And then
Nurgle, the Ginger Nurgle are doing quite good. Like, for one season Nurgle, they're doing the business.
They are indeed. They are collecting those Pokemon as well along the way.
Stuffing them literally in the fridge rather than from the fridge. Yeah, and unfortunately, Mosh Ninja, like we say, is bringing up the rear of the table with everyone else kind of scattering down in between. But the season's not over. There's still 8 games to go.
And the team is going in the right direction.
If you go 8-0-5 and then Demure Nickel goes 5-0-8, you know, you've actually got a better score than him. I mean, good luck with that, because, Jesus, nothing's stopping Demure Nickel. The man's a freight train.
Well, speaking of stopping Demure Nickel, whose job is it this week?
Well, we can go over to the schedule and have a look-see, and what is it? It's, where is he? There he is. The Stuco Drag. Yeah, there's... Sorry, Destuco. There's not enough of you. There simply isn't enough of you.
There's not.
Drow Yosemite versus Gut and Run should be a very good game, though.
It should indeed.
But I'm probably giving that one to Zinj.
Well, we'll talk about that in a minute, won't we?
Well, I'm talking about now, because we're doing the tipping right now.
Are we doing the tipping right now? Well, okay.
Yeah. So I'm giving Sacrifice to the 9th the win over Destuco Dragons, because I just don't think...
Yes,
given the way Sacrifice the 9th are motoring, given the momentum behind them, I don't know if 7 Elves can do the business to stop them. I mean, 7 Elves... The problem is you don't even give you that many inducements, because High Elf Journeyman are still fairly expensive.
Yeah, and it is the 2 positionals in the Blitzers at the moment, because the thrower, although being -7, is still MNG due to the
from the
armor
injury.
bust.
TR-BBL Triads versus Gandiria Agapito. Now, I'm going to have to... This isn't because Mosh Ninja's a bad coach, but it's because Chaos Dwarves really love punching elves. So I'm kind of going to have to give that to the Chaos Dwarf.
Yes, Legendary Agapito.
Okay, this one I think is an interesting game. Stuff for My Fridge versus Tyrion's Trial by Combat. By all accounts, that should probably be the Dwarves, but I'm going to give it to the Nurgle because I don't like
Does the Nurgle have more development than the Dwarves?
We can't check because they don't level up. They probably do.
Yeah, they really do.
And then we have the Rot Fiends taking on the Blazing Whiskers. This one might be a harder one to go with, but given early Nurgle, and I've already bet on 1 Nurgle, I'm not risking betting on 2 Nurgle in a week. That's my logic here.
I may have taken double draw in the last 2.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Overall, I'm doing better in this one. I'm at 12. It saved this time, yeah. Zinj taking the lead with 16. You're
Zinj the robot.
I'm only a point behind you and Ginger Wolf. You're a point behind Hargrim. It's pretty close.
I'm sorry. I just seen what you did again.
What?
So you know how so we do 5A and 5G, and 5A also have a tip. Yeah.
This one.
And I made a joke that JG Cash didn't tip this week.
How is he doing this?
He didn't tip last week for 5A, and Metal went. Or somebody went, I don't think he had time, he's been busy. And I went, he's probably tipped the wrong comp. And yeah, he has. He's tipped the wrong comp again.
Why? Why? Anyway, right, that's... Right, that would be the end of the recap for this week. Best of luck to everyone in your games. Looking forward to seeing how they shake out.
shout out to do?
Quickly, Mosh Ninja's playing this evening, so we're going to probably be shutting
Possibly.
that off. As soon as that game starts, I'll be shutting off tipping for that particular game between Mosh Ninja and Big Attilos if they're playing this evening. Otherwise, like we say, it'll be midnight tonight for the rest of them, so get your tips in, gentlemen.
Definitely.
Have you got anything else to say? Or are we good? Have I covered everything now?
I would literally just say to the division, do you all stay classy now?
Yeah, for God's sakes.